Hey, howdy everyone, Lawson here, back in action for more Adamant Isle attraction. That's right, it is nighttime and our father has not come back from war. Why is that, I wonder? I don't know, but as the princess of this kingdom, we shall find out by exploring island. Just a good to explore the island. Haha! I forgot that I have things that I wanna do. I probably should get more bestiarious now that I think about it, but hey, whatever. We'll free ball the situation here. I forgot we had kicks. Can we get another one? Another beast mode. What? Trying to hurt me. That's just rude. My goodness gracious. I gotta say, this game has been fairly interesting in terms of, shall we say, where it's going. Not necessarily the fact that, like, I'm particularly interested, but in the fact that, like, I could not tell you where this is gonna go. I do not know. That's not a good or bad thing, that is just, I don't know what's gonna happen, and frankly, I'm a little scared. Also, why do these things take forever? My goodness. Oi. Definitely need to heal somebody. Gotta heal somebody! Somebody to love! I actually wanted to be a Lamia, which I found very interesting, because I would like to be hugged by a Lamia, you feel me? There's something about the strictness of it all. I don't know what to say. I'm not particularly, like, here or there about it, TBH. Like, I know there was an anime that featured that as a prominent character and everything, but, like, if you were to ask me overall, I don't really care about the Lamia aesthetic, but, like, I feel like getting hugged by one would be neat, you know? I think that would be pretty cool, pretty snazzy even. Also, we should probably see just exactly how many chestos are here. So, there is that. Oh, yeah, okay. So, this is not a big island. As far as it seems, we're going to go into something. Interesting. Alright. Well, let's get our 2 chestos that are here. And only 2. We got a cottage, that's fantastic. I do not think I got enough Phoenix Downs, to be honest, so that's kind of good that we got some Phoenix Downs, I'll be real. But overall... I don't know. No one the alligators, no one any of this, okay. But let's go ahead. Bestiary. Bestiary. Bestro. My goodness. My gracious. Come to think of it, I don't think we get a lot of good parental stuff in terms of, like, anime. Not that there isn't any, just I don't think it's one either prompted to or, like, done enough. And, like, the most prominent one I could think of is Spy X Family, and that's a fairly recent endeavor. And I'll be real, the reason why Spy X Family really works in particular is, like, if you've ever seen it, like, you kind of understand, like, there's this cutesy, like, found family trope to be had there, and for the first few chapters, effectively, that's what it is. I want to say after pretty much season 2 of what we got, it starts being less of found family and more of let's get to know these characters and how they work and do all those things. And you start that by learning about Lloyd's past. Not all of it, just part of the reason why he wants to be a spy and do all the things that he does and whatnot. I always found that particularly interesting to the degree that, like, the author clearly knows what to do, because once you've found a family, you need to continue on with various things like that, and a way to do that in particular is to help inform a character just why they're doing the things that they do. Hence why, like, media like this that has extra things to fall back on, you get a little more sense of, like, reasoning between the characters, you know? So, like, I'm not here to be like, oh yeah, this is, like, clearly the better of the bunch or whatever. Like, it's just more so that, like, having more things to draw upon your characters just makes them more in-depth regardless of the fact. Even if it's just some very minor character, like Boba Fett, for instance. Boba Fett in the first 3 films wasn't even in the first 3 films at one point. But he became such a prominent character that they actually showcase him in A New Hope in the special edition. And I think they do a little bit more on Empire, I'm not 100% on that. But, like, I think it's just one scene where, like, they show the bounties hunters or whatever. Like, that is it. And I know they did a Boba Fett thing and whatnot, but, like, the bigger point is that, like, this character got, like, so much attention for, like, the way that they looked at everything that, like, it somehow rewrote the canon to the degree that, like, they would put him into other things, like, oh, he was always there, like, he's such a really good bounty hunter, various things like that you could defer. And I do like Boba Fett. I think Boba Fett is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, specifically because of the way he looks. And, like, it makes me kind of sad seeing that they made a Boba Fett, like, show, and I'm like, oh, he don't look so good, you know? Like, I'm not trying to be mean at, like, older generation people, but I do feel like with those particular, like, tides and whatnot, I don't think you really need to, like, have these people once it gets past a certain age or something, at least in terms of, like, we want to continue using that same character or whatever, the same voice or anything like that. I'm not sure if that's what Boba Fett was, but, like, that's what it feels to me with Picard as well. Like, why is Picard still doing shit at, like, 50 or some such? Not even 50, I think he's, like, 60, 70 in the newer ones, and, like, he's still doing action hero-y stuff, and it's, like, jarring, right? Like, why are you doing this? You should be enjoying retirement. It's weird. Is weird. It's not cool. It just feels out of place. Like, this isn't One Piece, you know? One Piece is able to do it because they have proper animation and whatnot, and you can see them actually, like, being strong characters and whatnot, regardless of the physical limitations that we have. And honestly, just working both those things in particular is what really, really helps settle in with the whole situation. And, like, I kind of wish more people would understand that in terms of, like, animation clearly is a better format to, like, do cool shit in. Because I like Star Trek a whole lot more as an animated TV series over whatever the hell they're trying to do with various other medium in their Star Trek stuff. Even the 3D stuff isn't so bad comparatively. Also, god dang it. Why is everyone freaking paralyzed? I don't need this! Ugh. We're doing so low. What do I have? I don't think I have anything to cure it. That's not good. That is not good. I don't think we have anything to make this work. Oh dear. Oh jeez. I guess you just prey on weaknesses? Okay, good. Alright then. And then we're finally out. Well, I best get things going for dinner. Thanks. What is it? Oh, nothing. You look pale, my dear. I'm fine. I'm not sick or anything. Then what? It's a child. A child. What? Aren't you happy? Of course I am. Oh. Adamant Isles, the forest. Where's the trees? Perhaps further in. Is it just him? Is it just the boy? The man, the myth, the legend? No misread. Oh, so we're meeting up. I get it. Okay. That's fine, baby. Although I'm not exactly sure we're gonna be particularly great with the, shall we say, the animals. Yeah, I think what we need to be doing is attacking weak points for massive damage, not just using kick as much as I want. And it makes me sad because I like using kick as much as I want. Boy! Good job. I'm just... like, I was really hoping Interlude would do a little bit more in terms of, like, interpersonal, like, relationships between all the characters. But, like, you got, like, a party and that was it. You're telling me these people just, like, decided never to meet up past that? I mean, like, maybe not never, but, you know, like, they just kind of live their own lives doing whatever. They're like, why is Cecil acting like this? And they all go fight and go find Cecil. And then just kind of like, okay. I guess no one really talked. I don't know, it just, to me, it really makes it feel like the Final Fantasy IV world isn't really lived in as much with the way that Interlude did things. Not super mad at Interlude, to be honest. It's just one of the situations where, like, I can recognize when something had potential and it was lost. Just immediately there. I'm a little sad by it, honestly. I really, really am. And just... I wish things could be better sometimes, you know? Patience goes down and that goes down, but defense goes up. I don't think it... put me honest. Alright. People just go back. It's fine. Everything will be fine. But now that I think about it, to be honest, I think this is the first real time I've ever seen proper, like, parent-child situation happening with Final Fantasy, not Final Fantasy, RPG characters. Like, there have been moms in RPGs and whatnot, but, like, aside from Mother 3, you don't really get the dad showing up or the mom, and even then, Mother is about Mother, you know? So, like, it kind of can't have the titular character, like, be a part of your party more so as part of the reasoning. And, like, I really do like Mother 3's story. I think Mother 3's story is pretty great. Gameplay kind of not so great, I'm gonna be real. Mainly, again, just because of the fact that, like, they stick to the inventory system that, like, Earthbound had. Just, like, this is a bad system. It just is. Just stop. Stop limiting people's inventory the way that you think it should. In battle, sure, whatever. I get it. That's fine. But, like, in the sense that, like, I want to carry things, like, you do that for the convenience of the player, not to have, like, realism, you know? Putting realism in a game is really hard to, like, toe the line because, like, if you do too much of it, it makes the game boring. And as much as people like Red Dead Redemption, the fact that you have to skin something alive and then you have to go through all the motions and animations to go through that will get tiring after the first few times because it is a novelty. It is not something that's like particularly great. I don't know if there's a speed up animation for it or anything like that, but like I do feel like I'd rather it just have not been in over it being in, you know? But I need to actually play Red Dead Redemption 2. It is one of those games that like I look at and I'll be like, I guess. Which is funny too because like I got into a Twitter argument recently, oddly enough, by titular character Sonic Chew, and I was like, you do know that I play a lot of games, right? And they're like, what? And they're like, yeah. I just showed them my big old list of games I played. They checked the list, liked a few games that I put on there, like No More Heroes 3. Which, I'll be real, the more and more I think back on No More Heroes 3, the more and more I just kind of thrown at it, which was just like, I guess it was good. Not in a mean sense, just like, comparatively to other games I've had out there, it's definitely lower on the list, but like, that's my own personal opinion on it, and like, for the most part, I do think it earns a solid spot in like, it is a good game. Like, it's better than the average game out there. But at the same time, I'm like, there's so many niche things about it. There's so many things that kind of don't work for it. And like, I like the other No More Hero games more. You know? Yeah! Yeah! Master Yang! Master Yang! What? Won't you even take a day off like this? Like this? Training exists especially for days like this. Assuming your mind is, in it, that is. Duke. She'll be giving birth any moment now. Oh, now, and be by her side. What? She's here. Oh. Master Yang! Go on, hurry! So this is not what happened in Final Fantasy IV, the interlude. They just didn't even get it right! They did not get it right. He was not there for his child's birth, but like he also wasn't training with monks. He was doing other stuff. He was over at Cecil's party because she said it was fine. And then like people were like, she's in labor, like to him, and then they had to hurry on back. That was the whole first part of interlude. Did it not matter? Was it canon or not, man? Right. I'm annoyed. Like, dang. Dang. I'm gonna use all of the gnomish bread. There's a lot more this time. Probably could be anywhere else. Although the spot over there is a dead end, but this over here probably has like a little secret area, whatever. Good job. Suffice to say, in terms of this, I like parental bond stuff. I think it's pretty neat. I wish there was more of it, because like there's a lot of stuff you could do with it. But like at the same time, like I do feel that because of like games being fairly new to the medium and whatnot, we haven't really gotten some of the more wackier stories out there. I don't mean in the sense that like, oh, we're not getting wacky stories now. I mean in the sense of Final Fantasy IV being released. You gotta remember it was like 2006, 2009-ish? Between the bunch. And like, there's like clearly a lot of cool stuff. There really is. And just to me, I really wish Final Fantasy was better. I genuinely do wish it was a better experience to be had compared to most other games out there. And I feel like it's kind of a bad thing to say to a lot of people, especially when I'm playing this, but like, I'll be real, it's kind of the weakest of the bunch. I just not express that enough. I don't particularly like the innovations it has for its gameplay. I don't like the action turn-based stuff whatsoever. And I do think there's cool things to be had with like certain things that it does, you know? And just kind of like, there's like 2 swings and a miss each time I play a given Final Fantasy game. You know? I'll be like, I like this part, but I don't like this part. And it will just kind of end that way. Eh? What? Stop. I really wish we had our proper kicks. Jeez. But yeah, I'm kind of tired of teenagers consistently being the case. I know Final Fantasy isn't that, mostly, but like, I'm tired of it. I want to see parents bonding with their kids as they defeat God. Is that too much to ask for? Bring your daughter to work day, but you're destroying the empire that's trying to like stop your kid, you know? It really wouldn't be a hard thing to do. Mother almost did that, I'll be real. Mother 3 like came so bloody close to actually doing that exact thing I'm talking about. But hey, what do I know, right? I'm just a dumb little YouTuber that's just like, yeah, whatever. I'd probably like come off as too harsh with this game, huh? Or just Final Fantasy in general. I definitely feel like at times it seems like I'll talk about things and I'll just be like, I hate this. And people see it as like the biggest offense remark of like, then why are you playing it? Why are you doing all these things? I don't know how else to express, I guess. I guess is the best way to put it. Why is there so many of them? We need to like really get on the up and up. Blech. I don't know where there's a thing. I hope there's a safe spot somewhere or something, or whatever. But yeah, RPGs just kind of take a lot of time, and as someone that has played quite a lot of them over the course of my streaming and Let's Play years, I will say this much: it is a situation in which I just kind of like sometimes have unfiltered thoughts about. I'm just like, I need to get it off my chest. I need to say it fully and heartily. It's just like this sometimes. I think a lot of that just has to do with the fact that, like, Final Fantasy the After Years is, like, several different tales. So that means it's several different RPG type of things at once. And it's just... yeah, it's a cool experiment, but, like, I don't think they landed particularly well. I don't think they did. But... definitely feel like some parts should not have been RPG. Been nice to see it like be a rhythm game or something at some point. I know my exes play the rhythm games, and she's really good at like rhythm games, like insanely so. Like she impresses me like full-heartedly, and like I just think that's really impressive and cool. When someone could do something that I can't do with such dramatic ease that they could talk to me too, it's pretty hot. It's pretty hot! Ugh. Come on, dude, really? Nothing? Nothing? Do not like them. I do not like them, Seb-I-M. One of these bastards has, like, a proper... I don't know which one does. One of them has the weak plot. Alright, that was something. Let's go. Hey! Weakness time, baby! Yeah, some people need to be healed. They need to be healed good. Come on! Thank you! Going through a dang forest. Halfway dying. Yeah, just tie potion all their asses. That's fine. There we go. How do I get over there? There's like a thing here. Then nothing. And then we go through this way. How do I get through it? I'll be real, I don't know. So I'm not gonna try. It's just not worth the time and effort that it would take. I'll be real. Kind of bored of it. I want to go through the story and experience it. So you know Edward currently is going to fight a Leviathan. You know currently that Poram is experiencing some troubles in what to do, but she hasn't faced the enemy effectively enough. Aha! Aha! I found you, faker! Let's go, baby. Phoenix down? Hermes Saddle. Hermes Saddle is not that great of a prize! It's nice, but it's not that great of a prize. Bleh. I wish things were better. Fine. It's not fine, but I'll deal with it. I'll manage the whole situation and whatnot. Boy. Oh. I don't know, I'm always tired all the time. Like, I know, like, the world is depressing and whatnot. But, like... like, a friend wanted to hang out today, and I was just like, I kinda want to sleep. So I slept, and then I didn't, like, hang out with them later, even though I kinda wanted to. So I wanted to finish this manga that I was reading. This manga, I married my female friend, and it's lesbian comic, lesbian manga, I should say. And like, yeah, of course, I cried a little bit. I was happy to see all my gabies, and it was cutesy and fun. I'm just kind of like, wow, I wish I had this, you know? Oh, I need to like touch upon more queer stuff. I swear to y'all. Like you're gonna see me act a fool when I just like see a bunch of gay stuff. Like, for real. That might be the case here. Maybe this is too straight. Maybe I'm seeing too much men. I don't know. Third base. But something's gotta give, right? Like, this isn't infinite wealth. We don't have Ichiban Kazuga here. And as much as I do like Final Fantasy in terms of, like, I'm playing through the series and whatnot, I'm kind of bitch and bone throughout. Like, I did that with the other one, too, with, what was it called? Final Fantasy X. And then Final Fantasy X went off the Game Pass market. And I was like, oh, cool! So, like, I just don't get to play it no more. And I could not afford to get it that way, so I'm just like, I do have a PS3 copy, but I am not anywhere close to like where I got to beat it. So I'm currently in the predicts problem of like I have 9 hours of gameplay to like recover for Final Fantasy X, and I don't wanna. So all this time I've just been kind of hoping it goes back on the Game Pass. So I'm kind of stuck on the 10 right now, and I like streaming those games because those are mainline games, and in particular I've never experienced any of them. I don't think I am particularly great when it comes to the whole situation, because like these are games that like I've had very mixed opinions on, especially Final Fantasy VIII. I do not like Final Fantasy VIII. I think it's one of the worst games out there. Just as a blanket statement, one of the worst, legitimately. And Final Fantasy VII, I did not like either, but like I liked it in the sense that the story itself and the characters were actually good, and I was eating that shit up. It was nice. It felt good. We need to keep that remedy. That's gonna be a little tool we can use for later. Okay. I believe we got everything, question mark? No! Stop! Stop! Some of these places are just heck. They're heckersons to go consistently. Ugh. This is why I like Dragon Quest moving on to like you can see all the enemies just right there. Final Fantasy is the reason I hate random encounters, because there's just so many of them. And then I'm always struggling because like they don't give you free level up experience heal. And I'm like, please give it to me. And what gets me the most in particular with all these Final Fantasy games I've played, and what I've come to notice, the reason I don't like them as much as Dragon Quest or as Tales of, is because they have hard game overs. There is no, like, you could continue after this. You were set, done. That's it. You got a game over? Buster, you better be doing it all back again. And then they have the audacity to put a super boss in a hallway. In a hallway you have to go across. It is so easy to hit this guy. I generally think it's one of the worst design choices I've ever seen in any game ever. I think it's a funny joke too, but like, you put the save point right before the final boss. Not final boss, right before the super boss. So if you're trying to like level up and do stuff like that, you need to go against the super boss and make sure you do not run into them, because you cannot escape once you hit it. So that's always a game over. And I would really, really like it if the game just didn't do that to me. But with the way that Final Fantasy II was made, they realized, hey, if people could run from big, heavy monsters, that means that they could skip large portions of the game because of the way that we had it set up. So instead of just programming a game better, we'll just work around it. And they did, and that's why the runaway system works the way that it does now. And I don't think it ever should have done that. I think it's a very bad game design choice nowadays. To just be like, you see a bigger enemy that could kill you, and you try to run away, and instead you waste turns because you can't do anything. You can't leave or nothing. So why have the option? Huh? Like honestly, it is a game design choice that is still, to this day, baffling to me. Because, like, it's completely against the antithesis of what I need to do. So why would I ever use the escape thing? And, like, Undertale knows how to do it. Like, my goodness. Even used it in a boss battle, which was nice. But hey, whatever. What do I know? Right? There goes Auntie Lost ranting about Final Fantasy game design choices again. Why does she even play these games? I don't know, for Vindication. I'm gonna be real, half of these games are played for Vindication. The other half is because I like the stories. And like, if I'm playing like a side game like Final Fantasy IV the After Years, that should just tell you how much I actually like Final Fantasy IV. Like, not in the sense that like, I knew or didn't know this game was shit coming in and going into it, because I don't think it is. I think Interlude was shit. But that's after I played the whole thing, and I'm just kind of like, wow, that was nothing. Oh, she's cute. Yeah! Ha! Ha! Oh, nice work, Ursula. Really? Really? So can I be big and strong like you someday, Daddy? Oh, she's just a daddy's girl. Let's go. Give me a big, strong woman that just wanted to be her dad. And I will love them forever. I will cook. I will clean for them. I will do everything it takes to please this woman. Because then I get to call her daddy at the end of the night. And she'll get off on it. Ah! That's the gay agenda for you. Oh, of course. Of course. Yippee! Whenever I see that, yippee! It reminds me of the little, like, weird-ass sport character going, yippee! But remember, Ursula, there's something I want you to cherish even more than that. No way! I want to be big and strong like you, Daddy. Ursula gets it. Ursula gets it. Are they trying to be like, she divide gender conformities so she could just be more like her father? Isn't that tragic? And me out here going like, nah. Make her more gender fucky. Make her more! I needs it. I needs that to be the case. Because if not, like, what's the point of all this, right? Girls hot. And then when girls are like, I'm not gonna like be the kind of girl that you've seen in the movies. Also hot, you know? Like, give me a girl that is just a girl and just, fantastic. Give me a girl and she's, like, has masculine traits. Oh, fantastic. Give me a girl that has both and she's a little fucking gremlin monster. Oh! I'm ecstatic. I'm pleased. I'm rolling with it. Fuck her! Please, please!